guests at 5 o'clock. Start?
Me or you?
I guess I'll start. So, when did you buy this building? It's not an interview, Daddy, just answer.
I bought it in, I think, winter of '93.
Okay, so we've had it for a long time. We lived in Jackson when I was little.
For 10 years.
For 10 years. And then he purchased this property, a number of other buildings in Jackson, and has had this one for a while. It's been a number of things over the years. A lot of people remember when Miller Grocery was in the first floor here. There's been a variety of different offices that have been in the building. And maybe 4 years ago, my dad thought about turning this into apartments. The occupancy rate in downtown Jackson was at 93%. So he had already put the blue tape out on the ground. This will be the kitchen, this will be the bathrooms. And some friends came through the building, Jane Alexander, Jeff Good, Eric Kegler, just happened to come through, and they loved this space. It's a 115-year-old building with some beautiful original details. And I think they just put together kind of a proposal and said, buddy, this would be such a cool event space. I am a wedding and event planner in Colorado. So when he heard the word event, I think he was like, well, let me start asking my daughter some questions. And I think I was sitting at my desk and I got a text that was like, does it cost a different amount to rent something on a Thursday than it does on a Saturday? I was like, what are you doing? And that's kind of how we got here. There wasn't ever a conversation of, should we do this, should we partner? It just kind of snowballed into this project together. So my dad's an architect. He oversaw all of the construction that transformed the building. And then I tried to bring my experience doing events into creating a space that would be beautiful and something that would be needed in Jackson.
And awesome.
Yes, and so then we toured a lot of spaces in town. There were some great event spaces here, but we felt like there was something missing in the market that maybe we could create. We loved that this was in downtown Jackson. My parents have believed in downtown Jackson since we lived here, 30 years ago. And there were some things about the building that we really wanted to embrace. The brick, there's original hardwood on a number of the floors. But there's also some things we wanted to modernize and update. So we worked with one of my dad's dear friends, Al Lawson, with the Lawson Studio, who helped us with all the interiors here. But we really had a lot of fun. So we have event space, the first at the Faulkner, the 5th at the Faulkner, and top of the Faulkner, which is our rooftop space. That was something we got really excited about. My dad loves a good rooftop bar or restaurant or anything, so we thought that could be something really fun. And the view down Capitol Street is just such a classic in Jackson. Then we have office space on the 2nd and 3rd floor. And then the 4th floor, we have single day meeting space, so you don't have to be part of a monthly membership or collective. You can just rent it as needed. And we also have getting ready space. The parlor is perfect for, coming in on wedding day, doing hair and makeup. So we really try to be mindful of what will our clients need in this space? What can we give them to make this really easy to book, really easy to say yes? We have in-house speakers and microphones, in-house projectors, even on this floor that's so popular for rehearsal dinners. How can people come here and say, oh my gosh, it's beautiful, and it's going to be so easy to have our event there? We also connected with a lot of caterers and event planners and florists and event designers here in Jackson and said, what makes a venue somewhere you really want to work? How can we be a partner that you're really excited to come down here all the time? You want to tell people, let's do your event at the Faulkner, you're going to love it. So we tried to be mindful of all those pieces as we designed the space, and we spent about 3 years doing it. Y'all may have seen all the construction we've had going on. But we're excited, to be open and to be able to show it off to everybody starting today.
Wow, you don't need me here after that.
Do you want to add anything?
No.
What interested you in the building when you first purchased it?
I love old buildings, and I love bringing them back to life. I came in the building and it had a certain quality to the bones of the building, the way the long rectangular space, the way the offices were configured on other floors. I just fell in love with the building. And so I bought it and I had tenants in it. And then over the years, Jackson went down, now it's on the resurge. And I think it's a great purchase, great investment. We had a market study that was done that supported our idea. So, this isn't some gift to Jackson or gift to my daughter or something like that. There are hard business numbers behind it.
What about parking? That's one question that's come up, so parking.
This is after-hours event for the most part, so we have on-street parking. We're working out a deal to access the parking north of the MIT on across from DEQ.
But it's amazing, come 5 o'clock, we step outside and every single street spot is available. There are 2 parking decks adjacent as well. So we've been in talks with them about special rates, ways that we can coordinate that for our clients. So depending on the number of guests attending an event, we want to be able to help them organize all of those pieces. We've had internal events already that have utilized valet and it went seamlessly. So as we kind of get an idea for what people really need and want, we want to respond to that. But we're working out something.
Wow, she's impressive.
People are going to ask, what about security?
We provide security at every single event, included with rental of the building. For some of our events, when we know we're having a lot of people, we've gone so far as to have off-duty sheriff here. We, in 3 years, haven't had any problems, any issues being in downtown Jackson. But we want everyone to feel safe, whether it's all the businesses we're partnering with to bring the event together, and of course, all the guests that are attending. So security is always included. Yeah, I think we read something that this is actually one of the safest zip codes in the state of Mississippi.
What about catering? Do y'all provide that, or?
No, we're happy to offer an open catering list. That was something that, as we really put our feelers out in Jackson, people said they'd love the flexibility to be able to choose the caterer that's right for them. So as long as it's a professional, insured catering business and it's not Uncle Joey with a grill out back, and we'd love to welcome them here. That was something that was really important to me with my experience with event planning. Some people want something a lot more casual. Some people want something more formal. Catering might be a lot more important in a budgetary sense to one event and different to somebody else. So offering that flexibility with an open vendor list, they can bring in the rental company of their choice, florals, music. We're happy to offer guidance, but it's really, up to each client. Any other questions y'all could think of?
There's office space, right? Is there office space?
Yes, so the second and third floor are office space. They're available for rent on year or multi-year leases. Ideally, we'd like a single tenant to rent the floor and utilize the multiple offices. As you'll see the space, you'll see that the second floor is already organized with individual offices on it, these repositionable glass partitions. The third floor is currently an open concept, so we could, again, put in those glass partitions should the tenant request or require that, but also perhaps a more creative business loves the open concept and the collaboration that could come with that. So we're flexible. Yeah. Y'all want to go check it out?
Yeah.
Great.
You do